Hello my dear viewers, today I will tell you about some interesting elephant facts. The purpose of all events held on this day is to draw public attention to the keeping of elephants in captivity. It is known that the gray heavyweights are the largest land animals. There are African forest elephants, African savanna elephants, and Indian or Asian elephants. All of these species are threatened with extinction. Activists who oppose the giants being kept in captivity are convinced that zoos do not solve the problem. Animals can hardly reproduce inside cramped walls. Besides, in the nature elephants are used to live in large families, and in a zoo they do not have such a possibility. For the first time this topic was raised in America in 2009. Over the past few years, the defenders have achieved some results. Today in the United States about 20 zoos have closed, or are about to close the elephant pavilion. 14 heavyweights from 11 zoos have already been relocated to designated sanctuaries. The Evening Moscow supports the interests of elephants and offers a selection of interesting facts. 1. African and Indian elephants are not alike each other. The former are much bigger than the latter. The savanna dwellers can reach almost 4 meters at the shoulders, the highest point of the body. And the average weight of an African elephant is 7 or 8 tons. The official record 12 so far. Such a heavyweight can easily bring down a huge tree with one leg. Indian elephants, on the other hand, do not weigh more than 5 tons and can grow to 3.5 meters. 2. Elephants communicate with each other mainly by low-frequency noises, which the human ear cannot perceive. Similarly, heavy animals communicate with each other at distances of up to 15 kilometers. At the same time, they hear low-frequency sounds passing through the ground with their feet. The feet of elephants are a topic for a separate discussion. X-rays showed that the bones rest mostly on the tips of the toes. Nevertheless, this structure is able to support a huge weight, straight legs, just like columns. Elephants' feet are flat. Under the ribbed skin of the sole is a layer of jelly-like mass. It helps the mighty animal to walk noiselessly on the ground and overcome swampy swamps without getting bogged down. Elephants lead a nomadic lifestyle, traveling great distances. This is why animals that live in captivity, due to the fact that they do not move much, often have problems with their legs. To solve the problem, some zoos use special shoes to protect the elephant's feet. For the elephant has 5 toes on each foot. Just like humans, they even have nails, though not on all of them. Based on this fact, you can distinguish one elephant species from another. The Asiatic and African forest dinosaur has 5 toenails on its front legs and 4 on its hind legs. The large savanna dweller, on the other hand, has 4 nails on the front legs, less often 5, and 3 on the hind legs. 5. The elephant's footprint is an easy way to calculate its height. To do this, multiply the circumference of the footprint of the front foot by 2. 6. An elephant without a trunk is like a man without hands. He uses it to eat and drink. It also swims, signals to congeners, and uses it as a snorkel when it swims underwater. By the way, the elephant's trunk weighs about 140 kilograms. It has not only nostrils, but also sensitive outgrowths that allow giants to pick up such small things like a button or a pin from the ground. The flexibility of the proboscis is due to the fact that it consists of 40,000 muscles. 7. Elephants are called thick-skinned for a reason. Their skin can be up to 4 centimeters thick. 8. Elephants have a large heart. It weighs about 30 kilograms and beats at a rate of 30 times per minute. 9. Elephants are great swimmers. One interesting case is known. In 1906, an old elephant, who was entertaining the public in a park on an island south of New York City, decided to escape and swam across a strait 70 kilometers wide. 10. To escape from the heat, elephants take mud baths. First, they pour water on themselves from their trunk, and then they dust themselves. It turns out such a thin shell. By the way, it perfectly protects not only from the scorching sun, but also from pesky insects. 11. Peak activity of elephants, as a rule, falls on early morning and late evening. Elephants sleep little, no more than 4 hours a day, and standing up. While sleeping, the old elephant usually places heavy tusks on tree boughs, and in captivity rests them against a wall or in openings of bars. 13. Elephants are born toothless. Like humans, they have milk teeth first and then molars. In addition to their tusks, elephants have 4 cheek teeth, a pair on each side. Animals grind their food with them, which causes them to wear down. But luckily, they grow new ones in their place. All in all, an elephant can swap its old teeth for new ones no more than 7 times in its lifetime. 14. Elephant ears are not just huge. One ear of an adult African weighs 85 kilograms. And if he spreads both ears, the distance between them will be equal to his height. The ears of African elephants are shaped like those of Africa, while the ears of Indian elephants are like those of India. 15. Elephants have an excellent ear for music. They can distinguish the music of a violin, horn, and instruments that make a low sound. In addition, elephants can memorize 3-note melodies. 16. Elephants have self-awareness, as proven by experiments with a mirror. Intelligent animals recognize their own reflection. 17. Elephants feed on tree roots and bark, grass, and fruit. They can eat up to 136 kilograms of food in a day, washing it all down with 100 to 300 liters of water. 18. Not all elephants are gray. Shades can be completely different, from smoky to pinkish. It all depends on where they live and the dust they sprinkle themselves with. The rarest elephant is white. According to Thai legend, the Milky Way is a large number of white elephants that graze in the night sky. 19. Elephants love to hug and greet each other with their trunks when they meet. 20. Elephants are the only animals that can't jump. A ditch he can't step over becomes a serious problem for him. At the same time, elephants know how to stand on their heads. Only in nature they do not use their skill. 21. Elephants are not afraid of mice, but of bees. In Kenya, for example, elephants studiously avoid bushes with buzzing beehives. And in Zimbabwe, elephants change their usual migration routes to avoid stinging insects. An interesting fact interested scientists. They recorded the sound made by a swarm of bees. After that, they had speakers in the trees, playing back the recording. Of the 17 families that decided to rest in the shade, 16 left the dangerous place in just a minute and a half. 23. Elephants have the ability to paint. They can paint with sticks in the sand and even with a brush on a canvas. The only thing is that scientists haven't yet found out if the animals understand what they are painting or not. 24. In the zoo in South Korea there is an elephant named Cossack who can talk. He speaks 8 Korean words. A spectrogram showed that the frequency of the elephant's voice is the same as that of its owner. However, it is not yet known whether this is a simple imitation of sound or a real understanding of language. 25. Asian elephants are excellent mathematicians. This is the conclusion reached by Naoko Iri, a researcher from the University of Tokyo. It was found out in a simple experiment involving 30-year-old Ashia from Ueno Zoo in Tokyo and 38-year-old Mito from Kyoto Zoo. 2 buckets were placed in front of Ashia. One had 3 apples and the other had 5. The scientists then added 2 more apples in Ashia's presence, and then offered the elephant a choice of any one bowl of treats. 5 times out of 6, Ashia chose the bucket that had more apples. Another elephant, Mito, was offered buckets of oranges. The result was similar.